Instead of going thrifting today, this is what I'm doing. It's not that I didn't like the lamp, it's that I didn't like the lamp there. So I decided to come into my Marie Antoinette room and steal this lamp. As I came in here, I realized that there was a lot of work for me to do in here before I could do anything else. I had started the process of cleaning out my closets and getting things prepared to take to the thrift stores. I have the day off, it's a state holiday, and all the thrift stores are open. However, I told myself that I was not going to go thrifting until I bagged up all the things in the Marie Antoinette room that I want to donate and get them prepared to donate. So I initially went through my closet and I pulled out a lot of stuff that I haven't been wearing and I probably won't wear. And I also have a whole huge bag of stuff that, you know, for the life of me, I don't even know where it came from. And I may or may not go through that today. However, I am going to go through my pile. The big bags to put everything in. So I have these ready to go. Love with the strangest things and then later on don't like them as much, but I still do like this one, but I don't think it's my style and I don't think I'll ever wear it. But it's denim, you can see it's denim, but it's got like this really shiny leather. It's so cute. Let's see who's made it. Oh, it's a Ralph Lauren. Of course it's cute. It's Ralph Lauren. Okay, why am I getting rid of this? I know why, see? Like at first I saw it, I was like, why am I getting rid of this? This is so cute. I really like it. But the problem is that the zipper is kind of scratchy because of the way it goes all the way up like this on the top to make it like into a turtleneck. But it's kind of scratchy. It's super cute, but kind of scratchy. So I've never worn it. I always think it's cute. But then I put it on and I remember why I never wear it. It's an Adidas. I think it's an Adidas. And I've never worn it, ever. And the reason is that I don't like the zippy up thing. Like it's got to come all the way down. So this one's going to go. Yeah, see, it's Adidas. Adidas. Morning sun, how are you? Skies above. Gee, it's great to be alive and love. I've had this leather coat for so long. It's such a great kind of worn leather blazer. It's so cute, but you know what? It's too small for me now. That's how long I've had it. Oh. Yep. Those were for my younger days, for sure. This skirt is so cute. I love this skirt so much. On one side, it looks like this. And I paid full price for this. That's hard. It's hard. That's a hard sell for me to get me to pay full price for anything. And then the other side looks like that. Isn't that cute? I kind of want to hold on to this one. I might put this in my maybe pile. This is another much loved sweater. This one's going to be hard for me to get rid of. I absolutely love this sweater. I really just wear it. Maybe I'll wear it around for a little while before I get rid of it. Good morning, sun. How are you? Skies above. Gee, it's great to be alive and love. Oh, look how cute these are. These are the front pockets on these pants. Aren't they the cutest? Okay, I'm going to keep these. because I am going to someday be living in the country, in the forest or the woods or wherever I find my home. And I'm going to need something like this that's sturdy and cute. Look at how cute. This is a wraparound skirt that I bought when I was in Guatemala. I just love it. I have to keep it. Why did I want to get rid of my overalls? I don't want to get rid of my overalls. Isn't this beautiful? My daughter brought it back to me from India. So of course this is a keep. And this is crazy. When I was in art school, oh my gosh, 30 years ago, when I was in art school, I was in art school for 6 years. This was what I wore pretty much every single day over, like it was my smock. So I'm going to keep this just because it's got sentimental value.
Good morning, life. Good morning, sun. How are you? Skies above. Gee, it's great to be alive and love. Good morning. Good morning, sun.
This is a costume that I wear. It kind of buttons up Victorian style. And I kind of like to wear it with like a long black. I have this long black that comes all the way to the ground, black skirt, silk skirt. So I'm going to keep this and put it in my costumes, which I was going to get rid of all my costumes too. So I don't know. It's going to be a process. I'm trying to downsize my stuff so that I can fit in a tiny house. Oh my goodness. This looks so cute with my cottage witch costume. I think I'm going to put this in with my costumes.
Good morning, life. Good morning, sun. How are you? Skies above.
So here's the carnage of all the hangers that are left. I think all of these I'm gonna go ahead and donate. I don't really like these kind. I like these kind. And the reason I like these better is they have the notch. They have the notch on them. So I like these better, and they're more lightweight. These are just, they're redwood, and they don't have the notch, and they're super heavy. So I think all these redwood ones are gonna go in the box to Goodwill. I didn't show you this one because I knew I was going to keep it. I don't know why it was in here, but it's a wool sweater. And I found this wool sweater in a thrift store on Haight-Ashbury in San Francisco. And it is in such perfect condition. The only thing about this sweater that is disappointing is all this time I thought it was a wool sweater from Ireland. And a while ago, maybe about a month ago, I was doing something and I looked at the tag and look, it's not from Ireland. I got the clothes cleared. It actually came out to 3 bags. So I've decided instead of donating these, I'm going to see, I might have a garage sale. See if I could sell them. So my friend told me, she's like, don't give those away, sell them. You know what's really funny? Okay, let me sit down. You know what's really funny about people that think you or they have something that's worth something, they always want to sell it. You could sell it. You could sell it all right if you found the person that wants to buy it. That's the trick, right? With any kind of capitalism or whatever it's called. So she called me and I told her what I was doing. I told her that all of my clothes were already packed up and I'm not unpacking them and going through them to see which ones are good enough to sell. Those are all just going to be donated. But she has volunteered to come over and help me sort things out between, things I think I'm going to have like several categories. We had a chat. And I need to downsize because I'm buying a smaller place and I won't have all this space to do all this stuff. So, however, I am going to buy, once I get settled, I'm going to buy a really, really cute she shed that looks like a house from the front, but it's actually a shed. I'm actually going to buy two. And I have this idea to situate them to look like a little village, like an adult-sized fairy village. I'll show you a picture of my idea. I got this off Pinterest. So I have categories where I'm going to put things that I want to keep until I'm settled in. I'm going to put all those in. I was going to break down the Marie Antoinette room. Okay, so start from the beginning. I was going to break down the Marie Antoinette room and start putting things into categories. Things I want to keep, definitely, to put into my tiny home. Things I might need, or I want to keep and maybe can fit into my tiny home. Things I would like to give to my family members or to my closest friends because I still really want them in my life, the things, whatever they are, in my life, but I don't have any room to put those things into a tiny home or into two she sheds. One of my she sheds is going to be my studio where I have my spinning wheel and my weaving and my art and all the creative things that I do, my sewing machine and all that. So all that's going to be like in my studio. And then I'm going to have another she shed on this side. The house is going to be in the middle, she shed. And then the other she shed that is also going to look like a really adorable house. I'm going to have my storage, like all the stuff that I don't use on a regular basis, but I want. Like I have china that well, I'm going to get rid of the china, some of the china. I do have way too much china. I probably have at least 7 sets of china, maybe more. I don't know. And then I have, on top of that, I have probably 9 bins this size of tea party stuff that I have, and I don't use it all on every tea party, but I do have it because it's tea party-esque. It's so fun. So that's going to go into my storage unit. So I'm going to into my storage she shed. So I'm breaking things down into categories, things that my children might want, and that's going to be probably 0 to 2 things. They don't want anything. It's so crazy. I'm such a maximalist. I love things, and maybe that's why. Maybe they went the other direction, but none of them want anything that I have. Like, they really don't, and so that's okay. I was going to break down the whole Marie Antoinette room, and this was my childhood bed, so that's why I still have it. I got it. My mom inherited her house, and it was in the house, and they gave it to me because I chose the room because I loved the bed, so they said I could have the bed. Anyway, it has a whole nother story. But anyway, so I want to keep the bed, and I'll probably just put it into storage until maybe one of my grandchildren or great-grandchildren or somebody somewhere along the way would love to have their Emma's bed that she's had since she was like 6. I was going to break down the Marie Antoinette room to make space. Okay, so I was in the process of doing that, and then I thought, oh, I have to get all these clothes out of here, and then I want to take the lamp out and put it in the living room because I need light in the living room because I took the lamp out of the living room and put it in my bedroom. I don't like it, and so it's going to come in here, blah, blah, blah. So all of this to say I was going to just shut everything down, take down all the Marie Antoinette room, and then my friend from Texas is coming up at some point. I don't know when, we're not real sure, but she's like, da, 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 and I was just like, yay! yay! So I told her I was going to break down the Marie Antoinette room, but I won't. I'll leave it up now so that you'll have a place to stay, because this is where all my friends stay when they come to stay with me. So, and I'm not leaving for another maybe 2 years, but I'm getting ready. I'm giving myself 2 years. However, if it happens faster, I'll be happier. The faster it happens, the happier I'll be, but I'm thinking not for another couple years. So there's no reason to do all that right now. So I'm gonna take the lamp out, put it in the living room. I'm doing that right now. Of course, one fell out. Take it to the thrift store. So now I'm getting rid of that lamp. I mean, no, I'm not getting rid of it. I'm taking that lamp into the Marie Antoinette room and bringing the other one back in here. So this lamp is going into this corner. I need to join a drum group. Ooh, that feels good on the neck. Not sure what to do with my drum. Oh my gosh. Shit. Look at what's this? I'm throwing this in the trash right now. I just tripped over it. It's an old wall phone plug-in that was back there. Who needs a wall phone plug-in? Trash! So now, of course, because this lamp is bigger at the base than the other one, my books won't fit on there. So I have to take my books off. These are my little coasters. I only have 3 of them. I don't know what happened to the other one, but I really like them. Oh, what I was gonna say is the funny thing is I don't have anything that needs coasters. I just really like them because they're the really pretty colors. Oh, so I have a lot of books, and that makes my daughter super nervous. She doesn't like books. She comes from that era. Like, if you want to go online and Google it, I come from the era of bookstores. Like, bookstores, I wanted to own a bookstore. I love books. I love them. So I have various stages of books, like some that are way down underneath the table that I never ever read, but they're there if I need them. They're like reference books. Most of my books are reference books. I'll just say that. If you want to stay with me for a few more seconds, minutes, hours, I'm going to go through my little stack of books and tell you which books are out, like some of my favorites. I rotate them because they're all my favorites, but this is what's out currently. It's getting really warm in here. This is what's out currently, and will probably go back on the shelves because I don't really have anywhere to put them right now. I should just turn the heater off, but then I'll get cold. Okay. Feathers. I love this book. Feathers. It's about all the feathers and all the birds that have those kind of feathers. Victorian Grimoire. I actually had a copy of this book, was showing it to a friend because I loved it so much. She fell more in love with it than I was in love with it, so I gave it to her. And then one day I was looking at it and I was like, I love this book. Why did I give you this book? And she's like, I love that book too. So I said to myself, well, then I'm going to buy myself my own. So I have actually bought this book twice. It's a good book. Okay. Voices of Wisdom. At one point, I belonged to a writers guild up here, and it's called the Manzanito's Writers Press, and it's from Angels Camp, California, is where they're based. And so they write short stories. They get together and they do like story writing exercises. Like you'll go into the little room and then you'll be given a topic to write on. You have to write a story like right there and there about this topic. And so it just kind of gets your head going. And so I am a storyteller. So I did start. I joined the guild, and then a lot of things happened in my life that kind of took me away from writing, and so I'm not writing right now. However, this is the book of all their short stories. Learning to Weave. The reason I love this book, this is actually the absolute reason right here, how to warp your loom. I have a loom, I know you've seen it, and I do weave once it's warped, but I have a problem warping it. I don't warp it enough. I don't use it enough to warp it so many times that I have like memory. This is so cute. I love this. I love this book. It says enough, huh? How to paint and draw fairies. Definitely going in my reference shelf. I used to be a soap maker. I guess I still am. I haven't made soap in a really, really long time. The last time I made soap was probably 2 years ago. This is definitely a coffee table book. Ooh, African textiles. I think this one's gonna go here. Wildflowers. I love wildflowers. So I think this one's gonna go up here as well. That one out. Oh, and then Ireland. I went to Ireland, and before I went to Ireland, I bought the book on Ireland so that I would know all the things, so I could read up on all the things I was gonna see. 10 days, I did a 10-day road trip. I flew into Dublin, rented a car, and then drove all the way down around the southern tip. Came up about 2/3 of the way up, and then I cut across to Kildare because my patron goddess, Bridget, is from Kildare. So there's a lot of stories about Bridget. So she's also a saint. She's a goddess and a saint, but her healing wells and her temple is in Kildare. So when contact was made, I think they were, I don't know if they were Catholics or not, I can't say that. The Christians came in and they tore down her temple, and they built the church of Saint Bridget on top of the temple. They left her fire pit there, so the fire pit is still there, her original fire pit, which was the center of her temple because she's the goddess of fire. She's also the goddess of hearth and home. That's why I love her so much. I really think she helps me a lot around here, maintaining my hearth and home. And I think she'll help me find my new home. Maybe I'll do a whole thing on Bridget someday. I love her so much. She's so amazing. Stay whimsical, stay wonderful, and stay wild.